What's up YouTube, Carboss here, back in another video where I talk about cards, money investing. Today we're going to discuss about pivoting again, right? So back in early February this year, I talked about my pivoting strategy, right? From Magic the Gathering to sports to then Marvel, and I discussed the merits of actually moving across from one market to the other, right? Recognizing what are the opportunities that's available in those markets, looking at trends and the potential ups and the downs, right? And at that point in time, early February, and remember, February is just a couple of months back, right? I identified that Marvel was the thing, the in thing at a point in time, right? PMGs was super hot, the market was kind of like fueling, and it didn't occur to me that the market will kind of like fizzle out so soon, right? Which is what exactly happened. If you guys actually pay attention to what's going on in the Marvel market, Marvel, from the investment point of view, prices have significantly declined, which is kind of expected, because a lot of the investor money kind of exited as quickly as it came. I would say in just a very short span of like, maybe 2 or 3 months, right? So for those who actually managed to capitalize on the wave, actually cashed in pretty nicely. Those who came a bit later are kind of left holding the bag, so to speak, right? So from my point of view, I always monitor the markets very closely and always pay attention to what are the signs of the market, heating up and also coming back down, and when is the time to determine to pivot once more. So even though that I still believe that there is potential in the Marvel market, right? So the collector base for Marvel is still huge, the MCU is still very popular, and there are definitely a lot of Marvel collectors out there who are aiming to get good solid pieces for their personal collection. And if you were to invest in Marvel cards, right, those are the pieces that you have to actually look at, right? Popular characters, popular pieces, high grades, such as for example this Wolverine Precious Metal Gems Red, right, 2020 X-Men Metal. This is not as high as the 2013 retro, whereby we saw crazy prices, right? For example, like the Spider-Man Blue 2013 PMG that's so far 100 over 1,000, right? So this kind of PMG is not to that kind of level. This is probably a $5,000 card, right? But easily, if you're talking about percentage gains, right, you could try and invest in like maybe 2,500, put in a bit of money into grading, and still maybe get 1.5 to 2x returns, which is still pretty good for any investor, right? We don't have to actually make deals that has minimum of 3x, 4x, or 5x. Those are the dream, but not necessarily the case. But what do I talk about pivoting at the moment, right? So right now, Marvel has come to a particular point, as I mentioned, right? The easy money has been made, right? So therefore, you have to actually be very picky, and of course, definitely you're not the only one that's still remaining in the market looking for deals. No doubt, the amount of spending has declined overall, but the number of cards that come out to the market has also dropped. Whereas if you look at it a couple of months ago, you could just see multiples and multiples of good cards being listed every day, and lots of money being turned over every single day. Cards are more scarce now. Good cards especially, right? So you look at the recent POBCC auctions, there is pretty nothing much in the last couple of weeks, and eBay is also drying up. Occasionally you get 1 or 2 good stuff, but most of the time dry up. So it calls the time to kind of pivot to a new market, right? Which I'm not going to discuss in this video about what markets that I'm going to venture into. Although if you guys check out my Instagram, I did preview about a particular market that seems to be on fire at the moment and super heating up. So to all people who are following my channel, okay, stay tuned for this chat. Stay tuned to when I talk about these new markets and how I'm gonna pivot into these new markets. And hopefully there's gonna be lots of new learnings in that market, especially for me. I'm learning through learning as I go along, and I'm gonna take you guys on this journey with me. All right, that's just a quick update for you guys. Right, do like and subscribe and follow this channel. Thanks for watching. Carboss out.